Now, even though I find it easy to learn how to use certain apps and understand how they function, like many people, I don't have an IT background. Now, going back to the work that I was doing, there was one problem. I could connect most of those tools together with existing integrations, which are native to the apps. Say, for example, connecting HubSpot CRM to MailChimp to sync contacts between the two. But what was I supposed to do if those two apps didn't connect? I certainly didn't have the skills to create an integration, and most of my clients couldn't afford developer resource. So wouldn't it have been awesome if there was something to bridge the gap that didn't require coding? Well, soon after I started on my path, I stumbled across Zapier. Now, Zapier is a no-code connector platform that connects over 2,000 apps to enable them to speak to each other and automate tasks. And quite honestly, not a lie, it changed my life. I taught myself how to use it, and with my business experience, I eventually started building custom workflows for companies where their tools previously didn't communicate with each other to harness the power of automation to increase productivity. So now, fast forward a few years later, as a Zapier certified expert, I now work with all types of businesses, from solopreneurs to those with many employees in different industries located all over the world, helping them to supercharge their business productivity with better processes and automations. Now, I'm also proud to say that I'm one of the only women on the Zapier Certified Experts directory. And I can truly say that I found my calling in life, and nothing makes me happier than solving a niggly painful problem for my clients, no matter how small or large. So you see, I've been there myself. I know what it's like to be inefficient and now to be running my business on autopilot. This absolutely means that you can do it too, either for yourself or for your clients, or both. So all it takes is a little bit of knowledge of how you do things and why, and how you can improve things, and then take the time to invest in learning and then putting together some really awesome automations. And no time at all, I promise you, you will thank yourself for giving it all a chance. So let's get started and have a look at what we're going to cover. So by the end of this session, you will learn what business process automation is and how it can help with productivity, the benefits of automation, including some examples, and how to set up your first automated workflow with Zapier. Now, every successful business strives to make the most of their resources and improve productivity so that there's more time for increasing revenue. The reality is that many companies have systems that may not communicate with each other directly, and as a result, a lot of processes are manual, time-consuming, and super prone to error. Now, fortunately, we live in a time where technology is continually evolving to help us make our work easier and, now more than ever, straightforward to implement ourselves and cost-effective to run. So by introducing appropriate business technology tools, connecting those tools together, and automating manual and repetitive tasks, businesses can significantly increase productivity. By now, you've probably already heard the term business process automation being thrown about by people. And what that essentially is it's all about using technology to improve the way we work by automatically performing repetitive tasks that would typically require human intervention. It ultimately focuses on the human element in the process rather than the actual applications or technology that are being used. Of course, the tools are fundamental and need to be the right ones for the job. However, the real goal is to help the people who are using those systems to be more productive and to focus on the tasks that truly matter for the success and growth of the business. So let's go over a few examples where business process automation can get rid of manual tasks and increase productivity. So, for example, if you're posting the same information on multiple social media channels, if you're inputting new web form leads into a CRM manually, if you're manually importing sales information from an e-commerce store into an accounting software, or if you're collating reporting information from numerous sources. Now, Although automation functions to make processes work better, it's essential to bear in mind that applying automation to an already inefficient operation will increase that inefficiency. As a whole, business process automation therefore requires you to just take a specific step or two to look at the processes holistically, understand them, simplify them, and identify what systems can be connected, and only then should you be deciding on what tasks can be benefiting from automation. This can be done simply by brainstorming and involving all the key people who are involved in the process. Use post-it notes or a whiteboard to document the tasks involved in sales, marketing, operations, finance, and then eventually break them down into key granular tasks, flesh them out, and cut out anything that's unnecessary to improve that process. You can then identify what to automate. That will save you loads of time when you're actually trying to automate your processes. It does take time and learning to implement the processes of business process automation. However, the result far outweighs the investment. The largest benefits of using business process automation are reducing manual data entry and error, reducing operational costs, putting more time into growing sales, providing better customer service, increasing staff engagement and satisfaction. Now, before we can focus on the practical aspects of improving and automating business operations, we need to understand what web applications can communicate with each other. Allowing your business applications to communicate with one another and then automating tasks where possible is key to increasing productivity. Before we can explore how automation with connected tools comes into this picture, we need to understand how business applications can be connected using API integrations. Now, an API, an application programming interface, is a means by which multiple software programs can communicate with each other. It essentially acts to allow data from different systems to pass between them, and when these two software programs are connected in this way by an API, they're said to be integrated. Now, when an integration exists, this allows specific requests to be sent from one app, producing a response in another app. And how the API integration is created and customized defines what range of information can be requested between the apps. And as the goal of an API integration is to share data efficiently between the two apps, there must be a way to identify changes in these resources. So for example, if you wanted to create a new row in a spreadsheet, such as Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel, when a customer contact is added to your customer database, such as Salesforce or Pipedrive CRM, we need to know that the contact has actually been created in the first place. Now, I'm sure it's not a surprise to you that building API integrations requires software programming and development skills and can be a lengthy and costly process. That's why most applications that you're currently using for your business processes are likely to have a section on their website containing a list of other applications that they integrate with. Now, these applications listed in these app marketplaces or app ecosystems have integrations created using the API to enable these two apps to communicate with each other. So for example, Pipedrive CRM's marketplace has many tools listed in it that Pipedrive integrates with. And software providers actually invest time, money, and technical skills in building and maintaining these native integrations. And generally, these providers will create an integration that satisfies the highest priority needs of most users to automate the most frequently used types of activities. They may also prioritize integration development resources in other more commonly used applications rather than the smaller, less popular apps. In some cases, a user of that software might need to connect another tool that is not listed in the app ecosystem, or may need to accomplish a specific task that is not available with the existing native integration. Under these circumstances, a business would employ a programmer to write the code to create a custom integration with the API provided by the software provider. For most companies, that process of developing a custom integration is not a financially viable option. Therefore, there is often a reliance on what integrations are available in app ecosystems and how flexible they are. Thankfully, as technology has developed, it is now possible to create digital processes without the need for writing any code. Therefore, anyone can learn how to build a website, create email templates, and connect their systems using, in many cases, visual drag and drop editors. Now, these editors give you the ability to add and remove blocks and templates rather than writing code in a computer programming language. And instead of needing to use a developer to write the code, the average person with basic IT skills can create these processes themselves. These advances are described as the no-code revolution, as software providers have pushed forward to develop solutions that help the non-IT workforce to execute tasks that could only previously be done by software engineers. Now, no-code connector tools come into play with all of this and are part of these technology solutions. They allow you to automate and manage your business processes without writing any code whatsoever. And the tools essentially act as a bridge between thousands of cloud-based applications that may not have native integrations with each other or for which the event requests are limited. They enable users to build business-specific workflow automations with a visual editor using pre-built integrations to seamlessly perform manual and repetitive tasks without human intervention. We no longer need advanced technical skills to be able to use the power of automation integration. Now, Zapier, Automate.io, Integromat, and Microsoft Power Automate are four of the most commonly used connector tools. There are pros and cons for using each one of them, but I personally love Zapier, and I know that it's the easiest of all of them to use, so I'm going to focus on that today. Zapier connects over 2,000 apps and has a powerful free version which allows you to get started and see how easy it is to use. The paid versions of Zapier allow you to do a lot more, including multi-step processes, access to premium apps like Salesforce and Xero, and additional task automations per month. It's really user-friendly, and for each application it suggests popular integrations, which is really useful for inspiration. The real power of Zapier lies in its ability to manipulate data with built-in apps such as formatting text, numbers, performing calculations, using filters, run conditions, and just to name a few. All of those without writing any code whatsoever and with any additional cost. So let's take a look at some examples of how Zapier can help businesses. 1. Zapier can save time. Most businesses operate using a range of manual tasks and staff re-entering data from one app and to another, which is extremely inefficient. So using Zapier means you can connect those apps, pass the data automatically, and not only save time but remove the human error too. You can trigger workflow automations to run in Zapier from all sorts of events, from receiving an email, adding a row to a spreadsheet, updating a record in a CRM, or creating a financial transaction in an accounting app. 2. Zapier means no missed calls. So have you ever dialed into a Zoom call to find out that you're the only one there because the other person forgot? Or have you ever forgotten to dial in yourself? Well, basically, Zapier is ideal for sending handy reminders for calls, meetings, and any other appointments which you don't want to forget. Zapier can connect with your calendar app, send notifications by email, Slack, and SMS. Those are just a few examples. 3. Zapier can help get more testimonials. Testimonials are key for winning new business, and satisfied customers are usually more than happy to provide one, but many businesses don't ask for them. Or they may ask, but they don't follow up when they haven't received anything. So using an automated workflow at the end of a project or after selling a product makes it really easy and valuable to get those testimonials. You can send a sequence of emails using Zapier to make the request, follow up if needed to remind your customer, and you can even automate adding testimonials to your website automatically when a customer fills out a form. 4. Zapier will streamline your customer onboarding. So making a sale is great, but it usually triggers a series of tasks to get the new customers set up on various systems and send them information about how you'll work with them. You may need to sign a contract and set up some initial workshops, all of this can be automated using Zapier, from calendar management, creating meetings, sending emails, and updating the CRM. You'll never forget a step in the process, and it'll save you loads of time, and you'll have the peace of mind that the data is accurate. 5. Manual admin can be replaced by Zapier. It's sometimes easy to perpetuate bad admin processes without even thinking about it, as you do them automatically. Being mindful is key, and documenting what you really have helps understand where you're spending your time inefficiently. Are you transferring data from one spreadsheet to another, or manually creating a project task every time you receive an email from a particular client asking you to do something? Do you re-enter data from your contact form into the CRM, or manually create an invoice when you receive a PayPal payment? Well, tracking all of the admin tasks will highlight areas that Zapier can help with, and it's time well spent investing in your business to make things much more efficient. 6. Do you forget to chase leads? It's a great thing to have new leads, but easy to lose track of them when it means that you could be losing out on valuable business. Having a structured sequence of sales touchpoints, such as a personalized text message, email, or voicemail, is vital to winning new business. And automating it means that you never have to worry about forgetting any of the associated activities. So now that we've looked at a few examples, let's actually dive into Zapier to see how it all works. Okay, so the first thing that you have to do is create a free Zapier account. If you haven't used Zapier before, all you have to do is create your account. You'll get access to a 14-day trial on the professional plan, which gives you access to quite a lot of features. To create single-step, simple workflows, which is what I suggest for just getting started, I would just use the free plan. So when your trial is over, just revert to the free plan, and that will give you plenty of maneuverability. So when we log into Zapier, the first thing that we'll see is this handy little tool. And what it actually does is it offers us the opportunity to experiment with some workflows and give you inspiration for what you can connect and what you can automate with Zapier. So let's just use the example of perhaps I want to create contacts in my email marketing tool when new contacts are created in my CRM. So in this case, I could use Pipedrive as my CRM. And I just type in Pipedrive and select that one. And I want to connect ActiveCampaign. So one thing that's quite noticeable here is that you'll see a whole load of different zaps or automated workflows that you can create that have been totally pre-built for you. And you can scroll through the different options. And in most cases, there'll be at least 5 to 10 different opportunities for you to use. And they're completely pre-built, so you don't actually need to do anything other than click on the try this and test it out. But just so that you're aware of things, Zapier uses two different steps in a Zap. And the first one would be the trigger step, which essentially is when this happens in your first app, so Pipedrive in this situation, do this action in the second app. So trigger is the start, action is the event that actually happens next. So in this case, we're going to select trigger. And what we want to do is every time a new person is created, we want to then create a person. Let's just create an update contact in ActiveCampaign. And you'll see that as soon as we've done that, Zapier has suggested this particular pre-built Zap. And all you have to do is click on Use Zap. And as soon as that populates, you will see that the next step that you have to do is connect your different app accounts. So in this case, I've already got my apps connected. So Pipedrive, that's one account, and my ActiveCampaign account, that's another one. So all you really have to do is go in here and click on Add New Account, and then you can connect and authorize Zapier to move data between your two apps. And then all we have to do is turn on Zap. And that is as easy as it is. So step 1, identify your trigger. Step 2, identify your action step. Step 3, connect your apps. And then all you have to do is turn it on and it will work.